Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are here today with Zoe. Zoe, this is your third time on Bachelor Happy Hour. Welcome back.
Yes, thank
It-
you.
Hi, how you doing today?
We're good. We're good. Back to reality
Are
and no more
you
TV.
are you in New York right now?
Yes, I just moved to the Lower East Side. So,
Oh, do you like it?
yeah, it's really nice. I got a roommate now, but a much bigger apartment and saving money. So, win-wins all around.
Oh, that's nice. That's the goal in New York is more space, less money.
What did you do for the premiere?
I last minute got all my people together. I have like a bartending friend and like a friend who has an event space. So, yeah, I got like 30 people out. We all watched it. I made snacks from charcuterie boards and made them all watching on TV. So,
Oh, that's so fun. What was their reaction? Were they so excited?
yeah, it's kind of funny. Everyone just like they get so excited, even if you don't like really do anything. They're just like excited to see you on TV. So it's fun. And you have to like, it's also nice in New York to have reasons to get everyone back together. As you guys probably know, like corralling people can be tough.
100%.
Did you ever watch Paradise prior to going on?
No.
Oh, have you ever seen an episode?
So literally when they asked me to go on Paradise and I said yes, I was like, I should probably watch like at least one season and I could like barely make it through a season, not gonna lie. I don't really watch reality TV, but I watched like a couple of tidbits in there. I think was it like season 6 I watched, pretty good chunk of it.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Any
I was gonna say, did you notice the difference from your season, how different it is now?
Oh, I would say there was a lot of difference. We had way lower cast numbers, which was like crazy.
Yeah, you
Um,
did.
Not many surprises either, which like for me was kind of upsetting because I wanted to like I didn't want to go in there being like, oh, I have my eye specifically on this person. Like I wanted to be like shocked and like, be surprised. And I mean the way better vicinity. I actually was not gonna go if it was like last time because I heard there was horrible bugs. And I'm super arachnophobic, as we know.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't like AC, so that wasn't a draw to me. But I do like good food and a bougie place, so I was happy to be there.
So you come off Grant season, which wasn't that long ago. What was life like between finishing Grant season and then going to Paradise?
It was so quick. I mean, you mean like filming or like once it was done airing, it was maybe like 2 months. So it's like I could barely even start to date again. And then I was like, well, people know I'm going to Paradise. So I just kind of like kept to myself. I was just trying to work. I do modeling like freelance work right now and just getting all my outfits together, trying to get back into shape, just, really prepare for it and like set myself up to be gone for a few weeks.
And what was your mindset going into the season? Did you have like, were you feeling good? Did you have any goals? Were you feeling nervous? Obviously, you had kind of like a roller coaster ride on Grant season. So, yeah, what were the things that you took away from that season? And then how are you going into this new season?
On Grant season, it was just things tumbled very quickly, and like I definitely got ganged up on a lot. I think that just put me in, like such a negative mindset the entire time that I wanted to go in here like clear headed. I had my people like Bailey and stuff that I knew were gonna be there, and being able to go in with like more security and like familiarity, I was like less on edge, so that really helped me. And I just wanted to be really open to finding love, like. I felt like on the season of The Bachelor, like I was like having to do a lot of the chasing and like prove myself because I kept being questioned by the lead. And I was like, you know what? Like, there's gonna be way more men here. Like, I just want to be more at peace and like try to date who I've been trying to date in real life.
Were there any men from past seasons that you were aware of and wanted to see down there?
I mean, I think we all knew like Dale is obviously like top man and one of the top men in Bachelor Nation, and I had whispers that he was going to be there. I didn't really believe it until I saw it. Um, there were some other people like Tanner from Charity Season, I believe. I
Okay.
wanted
Oh,
him
yeah.
to be there. He wasn't. Um, but I don't really follow Bachelor Nation. I don't really I've never really watched a season of The Bachelorette other than part of Jen's season. there weren't really any men on her season. I was like, I need here. And yeah, I think that was it.
Okay, well, we see you get down to the beach. You know, you're down there pretty early, your original cast. Um, who did you hit it off with right away? Obviously, we see a lot of your relationship with Brian in episode one. But who else did you talk to? Was there anyone else you were interested in?
I'm like really big on physical attraction. And out of the men there, I think firsthand specifically Brian and maybe Justin were probably the only two people. Um, really was not interested in anyone else. And I don't know, I kind of had a hard time like trying to talk. I think Kyle and then maybe Spencer I would have wanted to talk to, but like I think that they both had really quirky personalities that like I just was like, this is not really my vibe. You're attractive, but like I don't think we're gonna work long term. So pretty much day one, like Brian and I had like really good banter. Like he's tall, he's muscular, he's Italian, from Long Island. My parents are like family are from Long Island. So he kind of like, I guess, was kind of familiar to me and like some of the men I've dated in the past. And I thought he was like my best bet day one. And then didn't see Dale there. So he eventually arrived the second day. And he actually pulled me to chat for like a good amount of time, like 30 minutes or something. And like we hit it off, like had a really good conversation. But then he immediately pulls Kat for the date. So I was like, okay, like this man's not interested in me. And I've already built something with Brian. Even though Dale took Kat on the date, him and I actually did speak a decent amount, but it was like this weird case because like he just took another woman on a date and I've already kind of been matched up with this guy. And so I don't think either of us wanted to be disrespectful to our people. So we were trying to like talk when we could and like but then we're still trying to build these other relationships, so it was just like this weird thing. And I also didn't want to like just start bringing a bunch of people into my roster because I hate that that's the mindset people have of like waiting till the next best thing, like waiting to jump ship. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. And so to me, I'm like, if I've already started building something with someone, like I don't need to like jump ship if I think something better's come along. Like we need to focus and grow and water what we currently have. And that was kind of the mindset I was trying to go into and stick with.
Yeah, it kind of seems like, you have this connection with Brian, Dale has this connection with Kat, and you guys are there's interest there and there's curiosity, but like pursuing that obviously means developing some love triangles, and that obviously gets a little complicated. If you're searching for a romance together, there are a lot of births. Once the death, especially, can keep.
Take those work brain and turn up the good ends at a front. Anyone really
Dynamic. After
Yeah,
we
we
did
saw
this,
your.
we were
solely dating each other? Even after the rose ceremony, you get your rose from, or you give a rose to Brian. Is anyone really locked down? Like, is anyone like we are solely dating each other and won't even entertain someone coming in for a date because it is early.
so here's what's funny is if you had asked anyone, people would have said Brian and I.
Really?
Oh yeah, because we were actually the first couple to like build our own dates. So like there was a day we went swimming in the ocean together. We like watched the stars together. We like hung out in the hammock. After
Yeah,
we
we
did
saw
the
your star watching day, and it definitely looked like more of an intentional setup with like
yeah,
blankets and a
yeah.
drink.
So we were actually like doing those dates. Like he kissed me in front of the group. I think it was like one of the first like public kisses. And yeah, so it was like all those things. Like when we did the poster board and I got a bunch of X's because everyone was offended by my height comment, he like came back and put hearts all over it and was like, here's all my hearts go to you. And when I was talking to Dale, like after these couple of chats, like Brian was like, I got really jealous, like that you're talking to Dale. Like I don't feel that secure. And so to me and to everyone around us, it genuinely felt like, oh, like we are building and being secure. Besides that, I think Jess and Spencer, like Spencer was locked in like day one. Like he would not even look in a different girl's direction. Or like even it was like yeah, it was like a lot of men were doing that. I would say him. Um, After the first rose, yeah, I would probably say Jess and Spencer. I think Kat locked into Dale. As I said, Dale was still talking to me and maybe talking to other people. And then
Was Brian aware that you and Dale were still somewhat talking?
yeah, because as I said, there was like this one point where like you can't escape. So like I spoke with Dale, like I got a good chunk conversation, and like Brian's like watching us the whole time. And I come back and he's like, I'm jealous. And like I was like, oh, like that's cute. Like I want my man to be like a little jealous. That means that you like me. I was like, but I wasn't didn't do anything. I was like, we're not kissing and like making out over here in the corner. I just genuinely was trying to see if we have a connection, if we can, pursue this. And if it does progress, I would have gone and spoke to Brian. But to see that hint of jealousy, I was like, oh, like he definitely thinks like I'm his girl. I was like, cool, we like that. So I would say going into that rose ceremony, Jess and Spence and like me and Brian seemed like the strongest couples. And as you saw, like Brian even held my hand like as we like separated, Spencer and Jess kissed. So that was our thought process. And then we woke up the next day.
Okay.
Okay.
So it does seem like you and Brian have a really strong connection. You're both investing time. There's a lot of like nonverbal signals that you guys are feeling like really serious, but there's been no explicit like, hey, we're only dating each other. You're still kind of chatting with Dale. You're open to something there. And then, we go into week 2 and we have the chemistry challenge, which we see kind of both of you guys explore something outside of your relationship.
Well, what's worse than that? So I don't know. It was kind of like it didn't seem like we needed to define it because like day one it was kind of like people were open. He was talking to like a few other people, and it was like by day two we kind of it was very obvious like locked in. Like, the conversation of are we exclusive? I think you kind of do the day after the rose ceremony. Like, like let's chat then. Um, so literally we give him my rose, we wake up the next morning, and he walks into the group and completely ignores me, just walks right past me, pretends I don't exist, says hello to everyone, doesn't chat with me. And so he literally didn't talk to me all day. And I said, can we talk? Because now I'm getting my first red flag of like, uh-oh, did this man just like play the game and like play me and everyone? And he goes, I need a drink first. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, you wouldn't be here to get a drink if it wasn't for me. So I was like, never mind. I don't need if that's more important to you than a conversation with the girl that like you supposedly like, I'm good. So we didn't get a chance to talk. The compatibility test happens. And at this point, like I don't even know if he's gonna put me down because I'm like, at this point, like you've just ghosted me. Like you ghosted me in real life
Okay, I'm
a
gonna
day
I'm gonna
after
I'm gonna
rose
ask
ceremony.
I'm gonna stop you there because I have a question about that because
Yeah.
he is saying on the episode that you're upset that like he didn't say hi to you first. You're saying that he completely ignored you pretty much all morning and didn't speak to you. Because
So
that's
those both of those are true. So you have to look at the situation. I just gave you a rose. In the real world, that's like we just went on a date. We're going on our second date. Like we're waking up. Every other person, even the people who knowingly gave friendship roses, were with the girl that gave them the rose. Like that's just like normal human behavior of
sure.
I'm gonna wake up and say hello to my partner, the person that kept me here. He walks in, sees me, sees a group, and not only just talks to other people, beelines and says hi to Bailey, my best friend,
Okay.
Mhm.
and a girl that he was trying to talk to day one.
So
That's
you're feeling
weird.
like I give you invest all this time in me. Your behavior has been one way. You got the rose. The next day, your behavior is very different towards me.
Oh, it was a 180. And it's not just me who clocked it. So, like, you go in there, so it's like disrespect, disrespect. Came over, he said hi to me, I think because he felt some pressure, and then immediately went back to the group. And I was like, oh, like I know this behavior. And it's like he wants to, with his actions and not his words, be like, you keeping me here meant nothing. I don't actually like you. This, like, I'm ready to make sure I'm available for whoever steps foot on that beach.
Did
That's
you did you
messed
think
up.
about did you think about calling him out on that like right away or you wanted to sit on it and like because I mean that's totally up to you. Like I don't know if I was in your situation, I may not have done that as well. But like, did you think about like, hey, what the fuck? Why did you just ignore me? What's going on?
Or are you kind of waiting to see how it played out?
There's two things. I think in my history, I was often called like I was always like considered the problem. I was the one having the issues, like, just being really gaslit into like everything I did was wrong. So I'm like, okay, like I don't want to like bring up a problem that might not be a problem. That's number one. And then number two, I'm like, I also don't want to be begging a man to treat me properly.
Sure,
Like, I
that's fair.
want to give you the space and opportunity to show me what type of man you are. And he
Yeah,
did
Mhm.
over and over and over. But I just wanted because like I will gaslight myself and be like, oh, like maybe I'm just overreacting. Maybe that's not what happened. Maybe he just woke up and he just didn't think about it. But he is 100% still into me. You know what I mean? Like maybe, or maybe he was upset that I had chatted with Dale and he just wants to like whatever. So in my brain, I'm making up excuses for him and being like, okay, like let me just let this play out because I don't think that we need to just go and start attacking people because like I do think that's really toxic. Like I will give people so much grace because I don't know what's going on in their brain. I don't know what their history is. Like, so I wanted to give him a chance to do the right thing. And that was to spend time with the girl that you just spent the last 3 days getting to know and going on dates with and making out with. And um, so, yeah, so he just ignored me all day. And then we do a kissing challenge. And by this point, genuinely because of how the 180 switch, I was like, I don't even know if he's gonna put my name down. Like I genuinely did not know if this was his way of like trying to silently break up and ghost me. Like it was crazy work.
If you are searching for a romantic summer getaway, I highly recommend escaping with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible, possibly hard to read, etnogestrel implant right away, and you talk to your doctor, visit next.
Effortlessly. Perfect for pay with no risk returns and a 30-day money back.
I personally love hanging out with friends in the backyard, unwinding, telling stories, having some great copyright 2020.
Find more ways.
What happens then? Like, is there a conversation after that? Like, you kiss in that challenge?
$5 order minimum. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
Let's go. Okay, so but then you guys do kiss in that challenge, and it seems like a good kiss. It also seems like you guys have like a good physical connection. But after the kiss, after that kissing challenge, what happens then? Like, is there a conversation after that? Like, where do we stand? Because up until that challenge, from what you are saying, he basically ghosts you all morning up until that challenge. We don't know what time that challenge is. You guys have a kiss. What goes down after that?
So we kissed. I know he kissed a few other people, and then obviously I kissed Dale. As I said, these are only two men I've been talking to, and I'm expecting the challenge to be over, him to come back, and us to have that conversation I've been asking for all day, and we have a conversation, and that's where I brought up like, hey, like this is a 180 behavior change. And for me, my little stem self, I'm like, if I'm going to tell you something, here's the facts of like what I'm coming to this conclusion for. I'm like, you walked in, you didn't even say hi to me. You said hi to all my friends. You didn't speak to me all day. I asked you to chat. And he immediately gets defensive. And he's like, I
Mhm.
don't need a girl that's tracking me and like who I'm talking to and whatnot. And I was like, oh shit. I know exactly who you are. And I was like, I have just shot myself in the foot. This was my ex 2.0. And I was just like, okay, like, again, I'm not trying to track your movements. I'm not telling you to do specific things. We're in a microcosm of an environment where, like, the way you show someone that you are still interested is that if they kept you here, you think that, like, you stick around them, you come say hello to them, you don't go say hi to other people first and disrespect them in front of everyone. And I was like, oh, like, he doesn't want to understand that because he doesn't care.
Was there ever a part of you that went on this show and
It was like, just have fun.
well, no, but did any of you like even like the girls have a chat of like we do kind of it is week one, we have the power, these guys need our roses to stay. Was there any part of you that was like, okay, I think Brian's into me, but there is a part of Brian that wants to just stay on the show. So maybe he is potentially using me. Did your brain ever go there?
Yes, this is where I was like, I had to like ungaslight myself as I was leaving, because I was like, no, the one thing I've learned with dating now is I lean on my friends so much to like make sure that I'm making sound choices and not just like going back to toxic habits that like I grew up around. And I would ask people, I'm like, what do you think about Brian? Like, I don't know if Brian really likes me. Like, he did these things, or like day one, he was still talking to girls, but like, I don't want to be too insecure. And they're like, no, Zoe, he really likes you. He's really into you. And I was the one trying to like question. But the thing is, too, as I said, there weren't really other options. I was
Well,
like, I'm
yeah, I
still.
mean, that's the problem. I mean, that is the issue with the show is, the options still, I mean, there's more people there, but options are still limited. So
Yeah.
if your half-ass connection falls through and then people are coupled up and you're really not into anyone, you're in a world of like, well, why am I even here type of thing. Now, I do want to ask you with, so you're upset. You're not truly upset because Brian goes on a date with Parisa. You're
No,
upset. So
not at all.
if Brian hypothetically would have said hi to you first thing in the morning, spent time
Mhm.
with you, was nice, and then Parisa asked him on a date,
Yep.
you would have been fine with that.
Oh, 1,000%. If
Okay.
he had treated me the same way that day, had gone on a date with Parisa, came back and they were in love, uh, good for y'all. It's just, it was the switch up, and it's just everyone clocked it. Like, it wasn't. Again, it's not just me being in Delulu land. It's like me being nothing but respectful, because I could have pulled Dale for way more chats. I could have tried to make out with the dude, but like, that's not me. I was there with nothing but genuineness, and yeah.
Let's circle back because I want to, before we run out of time, quickly ask you about Parisa. We do see you say that you kind of have this energy of like anyone but Parisa when you're talking to Brian, but I don't recall you guys having any direct conflict on Grant season. Is there a reason why you didn't feel comfortable with him exploring Parisa? Because when Ali, Joe, and Parisa enter the beach, we see you guys have a little chat. And it seems polite.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any existing.
Issues between the two of you.
It was more so just the disrespect of the girl from my season, not respecting me as a woman enough to like talk to me about it before. Yeah, and I think that we're just very opposite people, so it just seemed a little weird that if you were into me, suddenly you're into her, right?
The rose ceremony, we see Justin ends up walking away and there's an extra rose and you're one of the girls that doesn't have a rose. Are you do you at all even want this rose, or at this time you're just like, I'm ready to leave, I won't even take, if Justin like gave you the friendship rose, would you have taken it, or were you just like, I'm done with the show, I'm leaving?
I mean, I would have been open to it, hopeful that like new people would come down, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like, it's nice to get back to real life and real dating and working and everything in between. So, yeah.
Well, we obviously see in episode 3 that you do not receive the rose. You're unfortunately sent home. What is next for Zoe post Bachelor in Paradise?
Um, Post Paradise, just getting back to reality. Like, I had to move apartments in New York. I'm modeling, dating. I'm trying to like meet people. I was eager to find a partner, find love, um, and like actually build with someone. So hopefully we can find someone.
Well, I think you will, and thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. We really appreciate it. It's your third time on the podcast, so you're one of our most frequent guests. And to all our listeners, thank you guys so much for tuning into Bachelor Happy Hour. Make sure you download and subscribe to the podcast.
We will have new and exclusive interviews every single week. So keep on watching Bachelor in Paradise and tuning into Bachelor Happy Hour. Thanks for listening. Bye.